Howdy, y'all, and welcome back. Why is it so hard to admit we have a flinch? So many of you know I'm a moderator in a Facebook gun group, which means I read through a lot of posts and questions and responses about handgun shooting. I virtually never see anyone fess up to having a flinch. Like it never happened. Nobody ever says, man, I'm flinching. How do I stop it? It never comes up. It's always, there's something wrong with my grip. My trigger press is weird. I can't find the right place to put my finger on the trigger. I do something weird with my shoulders. It's my foot placement. It's never just, I have a flinch. Chances are, if you're missing, you're probably flinching. Probably. Not always, but probably. And the best way to find your flinch is bringing dummy rounds to the live range. If you're shooting a revolver, you can put a dummy round in the cylinder, turn the cylinder a few times, close it, try not to look as you're closing it, let the dummy round surprise you. I shoot by myself a lot at the range, so I'll take 3 or 4 magazines, mix some dummy rounds into each magazine, and I try to do it as random as I can. I always put the top 2 rounds in the magazine, the last ones that go in, make those live. That way the dummy is buried down in there somewhere, or the dummy rounds are buried in there somewhere. And I try to just do kind of the shell game, move the magazines around, and then pick them blind, put it in, so that I don't know the count. I don't want to know when the dummy's coming up, or I'll get a perfect trigger press. But if I'm expecting a bang and there's a click, that's when I can see my flinch. It's like, oh, yep, there it was. Caught it. And you cannot fix a problem until you can identify the problem. So you have to admit to yourself that you're doing it. Then, if I find myself being flinchy, I'll put everything down, clear the gun, and just do some dry practice presses. Just get some reps in, dry, calm down, get refocused, put some live rounds in, try it again. If you are all up in your head about the perfect grip and the perfect elbows and the perfect finger placement if you're all up in your head, you're increasing the chance of flinching because you're all tensed up in your head. What you want is to be relying on muscle memory that you've developed at home doing your dry practice. Because everybody isn't like goddamn ninja expert marksman at home doing dry practice, right? I never flinch at home. Yeah, because the gun isn't going to go bang, and you know it's not going to go bang. So, yes, dry practice is crucial, and we develop all of these big gross motor movements and fine-tune all the little stuff. But when you get to the live range, if you're all wigged out about all that stuff, it's not going to help. Most of us have seen like those studies where they take like Olympic divers or any kind of high-level elite athlete or musicians. The moment right before they execute, right before they shoot the free throw, the brain activity goes like nil. Like everything goes silent. And they're executing. And that's how our shooting should work also. You should have all of that stuff practiced and rehearsed to the point that when you get to the range, you present, front sight focus, press, and it comes together. Now, that's at least what we want. So most of us aren't Olympic level shooters, but you get the idea. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Practice all the fundamentals at home. Practice, 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 practice. But when you get to the range, try to calm down. I flinch. Sometimes I'm flinchy when I first get to the range. Other times I get to the range and I'm a rock. I'm just dead steady shooting laser beams. And then I start getting flinchy after 50 or 100 rounds. I never know when it's going to hit, but I do it. And I know that I do it. So as soon as I start seeing that I'm shooting usually left or a little low or low and left, I realize, okay, calm down, back up, take a break. I'm flinching, and I don't want to keep repeating the flinching process. I don't want to keep like re-ingraining that pattern. I want to break that cycle, stop, and correct it. So, dummy rounds, dry practice at home, put it all together, and get out of your head. And until next time, be easy, y'all.